Most people see London as a symbol of wealth, power, and prestige. A city of royal palaces, historic landmarks, global finance, and centuries of influence. Millions of tourists walk its streets every year, surrounded by luxury neighborhoods, iconic architecture, and some of the most powerful institutions on Earth. To the outside world, London appears sophisticated, stable, and remarkably successful. But beneath the image sold to the world exists another London, a hidden city operating quietly behind offshore wealth, private networks, encrypted communications, financial secrecy, and criminal systems so sophisticated that most people never even realize they exist. Because some of the most powerful crimes in the modern world do not happen in dark alleyways. They happen through legal documents, bank transfers, shell companies, and perfectly tailored suits. And nowhere is that hidden reality more fascinating than London. At first glance, it seems impossible. How could one of the world's most respected cities also attract some of the most sophisticated criminal activity on Earth? The answer begins with a simple truth that has repeated itself throughout history. Wherever enormous amounts of money accumulate, hidden systems emerge around it. Every day, billions of dollars move through London's financial ecosystem. International investments, private wealth, luxury real estate, hedge funds, corporate acquisitions, and global capital flow through the city at extraordinary speed. London is not simply a city. It is one of the central arteries of the global financial system. But money rarely moves alone. It attracts opportunity. It attracts influence. And sometimes it attracts people who prefer operating in the shadows. For decades, investigators and journalists have raised concerns about how major financial hubs can become magnets for hidden wealth. Not because the cities themselves are criminal, but because complex financial systems naturally create opportunities for secrecy. And secrecy has always been valuable, especially to people with something they do not want the world to see. Imagine billions of dollars moving across borders through shell companies, offshore structures, and ownership networks so complicated that tracing the true source of wealth becomes nearly impossible. On paper, everything appears legitimate. Documents are signed, transactions are approved, assets change hands. Yet uncovering who actually controls the money can become extraordinarily difficult. This is one reason financial crime has become one of the most powerful forms of crime in the modern world. Unlike traditional crimes, financial crimes often leave no crime scene, no police tape, no dramatic headlines, just numbers moving silently through systems too complex for most people to understand. One of the most visible symbols of this hidden reality is luxury real estate. Across some of London's wealthiest districts, properties worth tens of millions of dollars sit behind closed curtains and empty rooms. To most people, they simply appear as expensive homes. But investigators have long questioned how luxury properties can sometimes be used to store wealth, protect assets, or obscure ownership through layers of corporate entities. Again, this does not mean every wealthy owner is involved in wrongdoing. Far from it. But environments built around privacy and financial secrecy naturally attract people who benefit from remaining unseen. This hidden world extends far beyond real estate. It reaches into cybercrime, financial fraud, and digital manipulation. Today's criminal organizations no longer require physical territory to generate enormous profits. A laptop can accomplish what once required entire criminal networks. Identity theft, investment scams, cryptocurrency fraud, financial hacking, and digital extortion now operate across borders at incredible speed. The underworld adapted to technology. Crime evolved. The criminals became harder to see, and the money became easier to move. What makes this transformation so unsettling is that many modern criminal enterprises increasingly resemble legitimate corporations. They have management structures, recruitment systems, financial planning, technology specialists, and risk management strategies. Some operate with levels of sophistication rivaling major businesses. The difference is that their products happen to be fraud, manipulation, and exploitation. Meanwhile, above ground, London continues functioning normally. Tourists photograph famous landmarks. Bankers enter glass skyscrapers. Luxury cars move through wealthy neighborhoods. Restaurants fill with influential clients. Everything appears perfectly ordinary. And that is exactly what makes London's hidden world so fascinating. The most sophisticated systems rarely announce themselves. They blend into everyday life. They hide behind legitimacy. They thrive inside complexity. The same qualities that help transform London into one of the world's greatest cities, its global connections, financial influence, international prestige, and concentration of wealth, also make it attractive to those seeking secrecy, protection, and opportunity. And perhaps that is the real lesson hidden beneath London's skyline. The most fascinating mysteries of the modern world are rarely found in abandoned buildings or dark streets. They exist inside systems, institutions, and flows of money that most people never see. Because beneath the landmarks, beneath the luxury, and beneath the image presented to the world, another London quietly exists. A city of invisible wealth, private influence, sophisticated crime, and hidden networks operating beyond public attention. A city where appearance and reality are not always the same. A city whose most powerful stories remain hidden beneath the surface.